Hi, and welcome to the Lemonberry Classroom. It's lunch, and just wanted to pop on a little bit. It's been a while. Um, Last time I was on, the background wasn't that great. We were um, quarantined at home. We were not able to really teach as much as we usually do, which is frustrating. Yeah. So since every state is doing their own thing now, word's been said that, we need to get all the kids back in the classroom, and I agree. Then there's the uncertainty of, like, are we safe? Are we not? We can only go with what we hear on the news, and sometimes with like media biases, you just really don't know. But it's not my total focus today. I'm not going to be on long because I still have some grades to do and deadlines to meet. But I just wanted to reach out, and if you're a teacher and you're having some challenges as far as motivating your students, and I know that's just not for everybody. Motivating the online learner is kind of like going to a basketball player that has played basketball all their life and then handing them a golf club and saying, okay, go play golf. I know that we get frustrated with these kids. I know there's a lot of kids that come from different family dynamics, and especially with the grade that I teach, and it's hard to get them self-motivated, especially this generation. And I know this from a mom point of view too, because I have a freshman in high school and a fifth grader and a third grader that they are used to a classroom, and you put them at home and they have snacks, TV, bed, playing, going outside. And I know that my 15-year-old is not going to succeed very well having my daughters get on their stuff. And this is coming from an educator. So with me being an educator, I have my own battles with my own children. And now they know my expectation. And then this was early on. They are now knowing that their school is their job and their currency is their grades. And if they get bad grades, they're demoted, and that there is a consequence with their actions. So even if you're a parent on here and you have to work and you need your kid to get online, give them incentives, rewards, even the littlest thing. Find their currency. And I know sometimes you're like, oh, wow, that just seems like such a no-brainer. Why didn't I think of that before? But when you find what's going to work for them, and that they understand that they have the freedom of choice, but they're not free from the consequence of that choice. Now, what I wanted to show you today, I do a read aloud every Friday. We have what we call C days, and I'll do some intervention, but sometimes they just need to be coached into, how to be a productive adult in life. This generation's so full and inundated in technology that they need to understand that you've got to work and earn, and that things just are not given. It seems like this generation is so used to immediate gratification, and that they struggle with actually, and this is from the wiring of their brain, to actually go back and look for things. And so what I'm reading in my class right now is called Make Your Bed. I know it's in reverse right now, but it's written by Admiral William H. McRaven. And it's about his military career and a commencement speech that he had made at the University of Texas. He's been retired. He was in the Navy for 37 years, and it's a big story of his quest through Navy SEAL school, and how difficult it is, and the struggle that they have to go through, and how everything that you do in life is a choice. And the best thing to do so you start your day off positive, and it's the smallest thing in the world, and it's by making your bed. And how simple that is. Just make your bed. And because if you make your bed, then you're going to be able to do one task after another after another. You're starting off positive and on a positive note. I've also taught my kids, especially the ones that are not in like the most ideal of situations, they're not happy with the environment they're in. And I'm not really going to go into detail with that. I'll let you kind of infer what I'm talking about. But when I have these conversations with my kids, because I do have relationships with them, build the relationship, make them want to come to see you, to coach them, to not only teach them the skill they need to know, but to communicate, especially online. They can't raise their hand unless they're online. But what if it's after hours? What if they're doing their homework and they have a working parent and they have nobody, or they feel they have nobody to ask that question? And so I always make myself, and this isn't a one size fits all sort of thing to motivate the online learner, but I make myself available till 7 o'clock at night. And I know for some people, they're like, well, that's my time, my personal time. But I happen to be in a location that has children that have either older siblings that they're not going to help. Well, some of them, most of them, I don't know, won't. And it's just a simple question. And I'm not an overachiever. I'm not the perfect teacher. I'm just me. And in this time, it's not only just the art of what they need to learn and the subject, but it's also to build them up as human beings and to motivate them and to coach them. They need to understand that, the skill isn't perfected overnight. It takes practice. And so then it's to create the want, like having them actually want to do it. So now you're finding their currency. Now you're finding what's going to get them. With my boys in class, they've all got their sport. And I had to remind them that athlete was not automatically just amazing at the sport. They had the passion for it somewhere in their childhood, maybe going into middle school. And then for the girls, it's got to do with, like, what do you want to be? Like there's this girl power out there. And now, and I don't want to be political. I'm only going to name her name. This isn't like for anybody to come on here and start, I guess, political bashing, because this isn't like a Democrat Republican thing. This is a children thing. This is a kids of the future thing and their dreams. But we have a female vice president as we speak. Now, no, I don't agree with her 100% about everything, but I know that she earned where she is. I know that she worked hard to get to where she is today. I know it just wasn't, like, hi, you're a female. We need females in office. Do you want to be a vice president? No, she worked for it. And so don't get all stuck in like Republican land or Democrat land. She's a human being just like we are. She has whatever agenda she has, and I'm not a very political person. I just know that I've got little girls out there that say, I have hope, that I can be something, since women, once upon a time, were not valued at all. Like, we didn't get to have an education. We didn't get to just go out to the workforce and do exactly what men do. And we're still struggling to be equal as far as the American dollar in what's earned. Men still historically make more than women. We make 75 cents to every dollar that a man makes. So encouraging those girls to say, girl power, honey, look what's happening. And the way it happens is to get involved in education. Even the struggling student, if they're here and it's hard, I can't do small group effectively without human contact. I can't I mean, I can talk to them, but it's like really like this. When you have an intervention kid, you've got to like dig deep. And you've got to actually have the hands-on activities and to be able to have the hands-on um, and physical evidence of their success. Typing on a keyboard is not really going to do it. I can progress monitor all day, but it's just getting them motivated, find their currency, read anything and everything that is encouraging to them and self-motivating, and also YouTube videos. There is a guy out there named Inky Johnson who played for the University of Tennessee, and he came from not an ideal family dynamic, and he knew he wanted to get out, and he did. He said, I'm going to go to a Division I college and I'm going to play football. And when people told him that was never going to happen, it did. Now, granted, he didn't make it to the NFL, and I'll let you look him up, but his name's Inky Johnson, University of Tennessee. Amazing. Super motivator for your students that are sports oriented and that can see that anybody can do anything if they put their mind to it. Also, still the book Make Your Bed by Admiral William H. McRaven. Super. There's all kinds of other videos out there, and I could go on and on about a lot of these motivational speakers. Most that I'm interested in are business oriented, that aren't really student oriented, but I'm researching more motivational videos that are more student focused. So this is a Lemonberry Classroom, and I think I've chatted enough, but if you have any questions on how to motivate your student and to have them attend your online lessons. I know a lot of us have struggled with some students that haven't attended at all, and a lot of times just the phone calls are just so much and the parents are so overwhelmed. What can we do as educators? I know we have such full plates, but we're here to make a difference, and the students are so important, and to make sure that their mental well-being is healthy in a time of a pandemic is so important, because this age is fragile and you need to make sure that they're healthy, and that's healthy in the mind. Also, that just they're okay. So thank you for watching, and I hope to be back soon, maybe to make this kind of a regular thing. Things come up and then I'm not on for like 6 months, and that's really bad. So thank you for watching, and shout out with any questions that you have, and any other videos, motivational books for read alouds, or just if you're a parent and you're struggling on getting your child to get online at home, and to understand how important this is, that they have a choice at this point. So have a good day. Bye.